€28 at a gas station in Karesuvanto in Finland. More a crossing like a village. That fuel station had everything for hunting, fishing, car maintenance, camping, veggies, drinks, tobacco and some Marttiini knives. Read no review about that, just wanted to have that. Sometimes it's that simple. But let's have some breakfast first. So in this episode we'll have some healthy salad and a little talk about this knife. So listen folks, bend your knee to the king of the golden bowl, Thorin Oakenspoon. So just to stop at a fuel station somewhere up north, and 1 year later it is one of my favorite knives, in fact. Nowadays Marttiini knives are not made in Finland, they're made in Estonia. Not the biggest problem for me, better Estonia than, I don't know, half around the world. It's still in Europe. And they have a really nice genuine leather sheath. This comes with this classic Finnish style, with this kind of fishtail, with this leather thong, this twisted leather thong. And might be odd for some people who are familiar with sturdy belt loops, but I never lost a puukko knife which were attached on this way on my belt or around my neck. What I love the most about this knife is this typical Finnish traditional shape. One of my first outdoor knives I ever had was a Marttiini Lynx. It looks a bit similar to this one. It has a rather rough and simple birch wood handle with a nice texture. It's not too smooth. Nickel silver bolster, and the fit here is really tight, so there is no opening between the blade and the bolster. The blade is as long as my palm is wide, so perfect size for me. According to the website of Marttiini, this isn't the premium forged steel, but the normal carbon steel Marttiini uses, and it's on the rather soft side. It has 55 to 57 HRC on the Rockwell scale. Don't expect that the knife will dull very fast. It holds an edge surprisingly well. Marttiini called this knife the Lumberjack, so obviously it was made for wood and for the forest. And you can do very fine carving with that knife. Yeah, softer steel of course means you have to strop it on a regular base, but few strop ends razor sharp again. The advantage of softer steel, if you misuse the blade, it will rather bend, not break. A bended blade still works, a broken blade does not. And that is why I think this is a better survival knife than all that expensive stuff from the well-known major brands. So the knife can take that. Not that I do that on a regular basis, but it's for demonstration. So see, no damage. So there's nothing wrong with that knife. I mean, see how nice that penetrates into the wood. So I am not sponsored by any company, by the way, but to be honest, I'm a bit biased when it comes to Finnish knives, because I tested so much knives in my life, but my favorites are almost always the Finns. After that comes the Mura classics from Sweden. So there are premium knives out there with way better steel than this one. And people might think, well, the tool you can buy at a fuel station might not be the best for the outdoors. But I mean, Marttiini is around for over 100 years, I guess. Can prove me wrong. Many Finns love their Marttiini knives. They are widely used all around the country there. From my own experience, these are tools you can rely on. When you look for this one or the Kamos or the Arctic Circle, they have, I think, the same blade or almost the same blade than this one. They are also around 30 euros, not that expensive. Of course, Marttiini has also very expensive knives. I showed you the Marttiini Hiilileaku in one of my first videos. And then, of course, you can build your own knife, so to speak, at their homepage. But that is ridiculous expensive, I would say. So I wouldn't do that at Marttiini. I love their basic models. Same applies to Mura. I love the classics and the basic models. The premium models, not so much. And this is why I really prefer puukko knives for everything, not full-time knives, because I love this round wooden handles on them, and you can work with them for hours without fatigue. That's brilliant. I love that. So, and after cutting veggies and even betoning, it's still very sharp. In my opinion, it's not too soft, that steel. And I guess most of these discussions around steel and steel hardness are more academic and theoretically, because often enough, when you just use the knife, you will figure out there are very expensive, very high performing steels, but the knives suck at their tasks, and there are knives which are considered as cheap materials, steel, and they do their job excellent. This one is on, for me personal, on the excellence side. So let me know in the comments, what are your favorite fuel station or tool shop knives which you have bought on vacation and without a cause. If you want to, please subscribe my channel so you won't miss backyard surviving tips, and visit my homepage ulvgart.com. Cheers!